Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us. And today I'm so excited to talk to Travis Driggs. He's just one of my favorite people, and you're going to love him too. He's one of our Checkman Valley First business members, and he is not just an insurance agent, he's the number one agent in Arizona and also top rated nationally in his company out of 2,100 agents. He specializes in accident cancer, and cardiac insurance with Globe Life Family Heritage Division, helping Arizona families protect themselves from the financial burden when unexpected health events happen, which they do to all of us, unfortunately. His success has even led him to host national sales calls, teaching other agents across the country his winning techniques and best practices. But what makes Travis's story truly special is that his work is deeply personal. His own experience caring for his mother shapes the way that he serves families today. So thank you for joining us today, Travis.
Thanks for having me, Ashley.
You're welcome. Can you describe what you do and who you serve and help?
Absolutely, I can, and thank you for the kind intro there. You're
You're welcome. It's
blushing.
all true.
Coming to you live from Sun City, Sun Bowl. Figured I'm out here checking on mom, enjoying the beautiful day. But yeah, back to your question, who do I serve? Everybody. What we do can benefit anybody from day of birth till they move on from this world. So there's not a single person out there that I shouldn't serve or shouldn't be able to serve. The easy version or the short version of what I do is, like you said, provide supplemental insurance to people or families when they're going through those hard times. The things we don't want to talk about or deal with until we're in that situation. So, long-term health concerns, accidents and injuries, not a stub toe or, ouch, my ankle feels funny, just longer-term days, weeks, months off of work, cancer, heart attack, stroke. We do have life insurance, some child life, a lot of other little things, but the big three would be accidents, injuries, strokes, and heart attacks.
Mm. And you even told someone recently, I was in earshot, that even if someone has already had cancer, they can, if they've been in remission, is it 10 years, they can also still get insurance in case they
Yes.
get cancer again.
Absolutely. So 99% of the insurance agencies out there, once you are diagnosed with a form of cancer, you are no longer insurable ever. Big difference with us at our company is after 10 years of remission or being cancer free, so to say, we can insure you and put a policy on you. The same applies with a lot of other internal and external issues as well that most places won't cover, but we still will help you out with after a certain amount of time.
Wow. Incredible. And I know you're going to share with us some examples, but I know you've helped a lot of families in those situations and the families that haven't even used their insurance. Can you tell us about that? What happens if you don't use your insurance with
Yeah, so that's
someone?
another super neat thing and unheard of in the industry. With Family Heritage and Globe Life, all of our policies are what's called return of premium. So when you reach the full term of the policy, 100% of the money that you paid in on your premiums is refunded back to you. Or if you don't meet that time frame because you pass on or something happens, every penny that you paid in goes back to your beneficiary as well. So in the end, you're not buying a policy, so to say, with us. You have the protection that's there if you need it. And if you don't, we just give you all your money back. So, kind of a long term investment or savings plan for people as well with us. It's like
That's
your auto insurance saying, good job, here's your money back. Thank you. It's
man,
unheard of. Yeah.
we would all love that. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's amazing.
geez, what a great service. How
It
has
is.
your services changed a family's life or multiple families' lives? What stories do you have to share with us?
Gosh, I could go on and on and on with that one. That's one of the biggest problems that we have doing what we do is finding people before it's too late, so to say. Every day when I'm out in the field on my own or training somebody, teaching somebody, we will run into one or more people who flat out, gosh, I wish you were here a week ago, a month ago, a year ago. My family member just had this, somebody just had that. One that I'll never forget is early on, I walked into a lady at a Subway And as soon as she understood what I did, she started crying. I'm like, this is awkward. Well, the long, not so detailed version of what happened is she had just lost her 3-year-old son a month earlier from leukemia.
Oh,
And Subway was her third job that she works to try and keep a roof over her head and provide for her children. I can't take that. We can't take that personal. But that being in the first few weeks of me doing this cemented inside of me and my heart why I do what I do. No, I
mm,
couldn't help her in that situation. And no, I can't give someone their loved one back. But I know that I will help hopefully hundreds, if not thousands, of families before I leave this earth and get there before those situations. So she's not working 90 hours a week, mourning her son, just
oh
trying
my
to survive.
goodness.
It's criminal in my opinion.
Same.
Um, I've got clients. I think some of y'all have heard the Morella story. My very first client speaks no English. I now go to family dinners and birthday parties. I've
Ah,
got 7 of her family members covered. She had an allergic reaction to a peach at 50 years old, stopped breathing, was able to give them
shit.
about $7,000 so that they could pay off their bills and just contribute towards other things. Again, I could go on, but the big ones that stand out to me that really make it personal. Before I did this, my dad, I don't know a lot of y'all know this story, but my dad's a 30-year Army guy, veteran. He fell and broke his hip. 18 months later, he finally passed away from a heart attack, but I was his caretaker. This was through COVID, working 50, 60 hours a week in a corporate job, taking care of my dad with the cooking, the cleaning, all the household stuff. Looking back again, this is before I did this, even knew it existed. Doing the numbers for my dad, it would have been over $100,000 in claims that he had over those 18 months.
Wow.
Instead, what I'm doing is barely hanging on in life, trying to take care of him, manage everything for him, take care of my life. Just as so many of you know in the Caring for My Parents group, it's so hard and so overwhelming. So thinking about that when I'm processing going into this career really helped. Like that would have been a game changer for my dad. My mom, timing wise, a few months after I got in, she's 74 years old, a widow, living on Social Security since my dad passed away. She simply stood up from the couch, sitting on the couch, just stood up, fell forward, fractured 3 vertebrae in her back.
Oh,
So from there, she spent almost 9 weeks in and out of the hospitals, rehab units to start walking again, surgeries,
mm,
all of that that so many of you have seen. Thank God that I did what I did at that point because I did have an accident and injury policy on my mom. So when my mom got out, her claim was just under $49,000 from her time in the
oh,
hospital and the surgeries. So for her, she's owned her house out in Sun City for its 24, 25 years. So now, rather than a widow on Social Security trying to figure out how am I going to pay all this, do that, which she could, but it was tight. She's taking that money, paying off her house because she only had a few years left, paid
wow.
off all her credit card debt.
Mm,
So now she has no mortgage, she has no credit card. That changes the entire path of her life in regards to the stress and the financial worry. No, it's not like, yay, mom, you did it. You hurt yourself and it paid off.
yeah.
That's not where I'm going with this. But in her situation, if she had the medical bills, she didn't have that extra income coming into her, would have made life a lot harder on her. And at the same time, for me, once again, I'm back in the world of I've got to run my business. I've got to take care of my mom 24/7 because, again,
Hmm.
she can't bend, she can't clean, she can't cook, she can't pick up. So I find myself in this extremely stressful, hard situation again of caring for my elderly parent. However, that claim money, knowing that it was coming and in the works, enabled me after the initial first couple of months to find a caretaker. I now have the income from her accident that I can hire somebody. I can
Hmm.
hire a physical therapy person. I can hire somebody just to come sit with her for 2 hours twice a
Hmm.
week to give me, one, the freedom to work and run my business, but also that little mental break that we need so bad when we're in these situations and your life revolves around taking care of somebody else.
Hmm.
Having that money, again, not only makes her life easier, but it gave me a little bit of freedom to continue my life and make sure that my mental health didn't take a gigantic hit again of trying to do everything for her and myself. So there's many different ways you can see and find benefit in what we do.
Was your mom paid out on the
Correct.
accident insurance?
Yes.
Can you tell us
Mm,
like how someone could qualify with that if they're already elderly or senior citizens that are experiencing health challenges?
absolutely. And I'm glad you asked that because, again, in the insurance world, you think, oh, they're going to want doctor's reports and
Hmm.
blood work and yada, yada, yada. The qualifications for our policies for accident and injury is in the past 12 months, have you fractured your back, fractured your neck, or fractured your skull? No. Congratulations. You're healthy enough to qualify.
Wow.
If you have had a broken back or a broken neck, that particular body part is not covered for the next 12 months.
Mhm.
However, you can still be protected long term. On cancer and heart attack, it's kind of the same. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? No. Great, you qualify. Have you had a heart attack or a stroke? No. Great, you qualify.
Mm.
We don't need any doctor's letters. We don't need any paperwork, nothing at all. It's based off of faith that you're answering truly, because it'll also come back if you're not, that, hey,
Mm.
when you do submit a claim, if it says you had back issues for 15
Mm.
years, it's going to raise some red flags. So
Mm.
it's very simple to qualify for. And it's very rare that I have to disqualify someone based off of a health question.
Okay.
Some people find this odd too, but even for cancer and heart, I can be sitting with someone who's smoking for 50 years, blowing smoke in my face. If you have not had a heart attack and you are not diagnosed with cancer, I can assure you our company cares enough that
Yes.
we're still going to take care of you as long as you don't have an official diagnosis. So to me, that's heartwarming and that's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
With the way I care and love, why in the world did I choose to do this? Like every single day, something inside of me is hurting over somebody that I didn't get to in time. I've had friends that know what I do, that you've heard those stories, had the heart attack, and I sat down for lunch.
Mm.
Two people from high school in the past 2 weeks reached out when they got cancer diagnoses. The point of all that is, yeah, it eats me up a lot, but I can't blame myself. I just have to focus on there are people I can help. And I know I get giggles from time to time, and I've said it in the meeting, but I started out with this as a financial dream. I mean, that's everybody needs money, wants money. That's how we survive. But I very quickly became morally and ethically just engaged with this beyond even my own comprehension. One of these days, 90% of my clients I know are going to come to me with a need, and I'm going to be able to help them. And that's what I'm in it for, that helping the people. So it's a way for me to do a good deed and run a business all at the same time.
Yes. And I love your stories too about when someone, is it 25 years? Is that when yeah, when someone gets to their 25th year and they've kind of forgotten about the fact that they get paid out on their premiums and they've never processed a claim. And you and your business partner, you guys go to their home to deliver the check.
Yep. That is a fun one. That's a lot of people. You think, how do you forget about it for 25 years? Well,
I
25
know.
years ago, these people were setting up like a 20, 30, $40 auto pay. So it's just been there coming out, don't
Wow.
know. But it is fun to call them, and you got to track a lot of these people down. Like it's some detective work, like trying to find them. But just, hey, you remember your policy? Yeah, no, whatever they say. We always ask them, like, how much do you think's coming back? And it seems like people default to, I don't know, a few $1,000s, 5,000, six
Yeah.
thousand. Well, some of these people were showing up with 15, 20, $25,000. And it's a lot of celebrating, a lot of happy tears, and it's a good thing. The 25 years, I'll touch on that because a lot of people as well, like, oh man, 25 years, that's so long. I get it. That's a chunk of time. However, people in my age and as we grow up, we realize 25 years goes faster and faster and faster.
Yeah.
So it's really not as far off as you think. Um, but it's also a matter of, so let's say over those 25 years, you've put in 30, $40,000. Well, if you've had a couple of claims, you've got that money back. We just take that out of what comes back to you and hand you the rest.
Mm.
Where it really pays off, and this is the whole reason of why you have it. God forbid you go through a 3, 4, 5 year cancer battle. You may see two, three, $400,000 that you've
Wow.
paid $15,000 for in your time. We don't come back for you for any extra money. We will never raise your rates. We will never cut you off based off of health, age, or claims. So it's a very minuscule investment for what could happen But again, if nothing does happen and you live a nice, long, healthy life, here you go. Here's some money back later in life. Go on vacation, celebrate, enjoy. And when you look at it for the caring for my parents group, there's so many different ways that that helps me and benefits me and helps her and benefits her. That's another thing I guess I would add is for anybody in that group and in that situation, mom or dad, whomever, they're 76, 77. You're going to put money in for a couple of years. If they don't ever need it, don't ever use it, again, you may be their beneficiary. It's going to come back to you or somebody in the end. It's better to have a little bit of something there and not need it than need it and not have it. So it doesn't matter to me if mom and dad is 98 years old and you're worried about them having a fall, even if they only pay for 3, 4 months, but they end up taking out a 6-figure claim. Wonderful. I'm happy to help. If not, it's all going to come back to you when mom or dad do pass away anyways. So there's really the only way to lose with our policies essentially is just not having it and needing it. Other than that, you're losing nothing. You're protecting a potential risk. And if that risk doesn't come to play, again, we just say, here's your money back. Thank you.
You're based in Arizona. Do you insure across the country?
I can. I'm
Okay.
not licensed in all 50 states at this point. I can be. It's based off of where I know people
Okay.
go. So pretty much if you have family in other states or people that you need help, I either have somebody in the business that can, or for me to pick up a license, it's
Mm.
literally paying a, $20 to $100 fee, get my license, and I can start writing policies within a couple of days. If you're in a situation where, let's say you set up mom and dad, and again, prices are not what you think. This is like what you have in your Amazon cart monthly. It's not your health insurance. It's not this $900, $1,500 a month thing. I've got ways to do it for $30 a month up to 400 or 500 based off what you need or what you're looking for. But no matter how old you are or whatever happens, so let's just say you and me, mom and son, I set you up as mom, you pass away 6 years later, just natural causes. The premium you've paid in goes back to me. You've had the policy for 4 or 5 years. Let's say you get into an auto accident and pass away, or you fall down the stairs and pass away.
Hmm.
Not only do you get anything claimed, well, me as your beneficiary, whoever, you would get all your hospitalization, your surgeries, all of the claim money, any premium due to you, and any death benefit that's included goes back. It's not a matter of you passed away, we take your money and walk away. Everything is still going to come back based off of whether you filed a claim for it or not.
Travis, you've become the #1 agent in Arizona and you are a top agent nationally. What do you think has set you apart in this field?
Caring. I mean, quite honestly, the fact that I believe in what I do with everything I've got and seeing what it's done for my mom, knowing what it could have done for my dad, seeing friends, family members, loved ones that actually have been paid off for it or at least have peace of mind has really inspired me to get out there and go. I feel like I need to tell every single person in this world of what's out here for them. Every family I protect feels like a win, not in regards to, hey, I made some money today, but in regards to, God forbid something happens, I'm going to be there and I'm going to help you guys out the way that I can.
And last but not least, if you could tell your loved ones or people you meet, everyone you meet, 3 things about protecting their family financially, what would they be?
It's not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. If you look into statistics and health in America, every single person here is going to need it in one way or another, whether it's a $400 broken toe or whether it's a $400,000 cancer battle. Something is going to happen to all of us at some point. Health care, health expenses, even with insurance, is the #1 cause of bankruptcy in America, which is another thing that I just that seems so broken to me.
Mhm.
So make sure you don't find yourself in that situation where, again, you just got hurt and now you can't afford your house. I guess 3 would be don't wait till it's too late. Unfortunately, there's 2 times people think about this. 1, it's when somebody's talking to you about it, or 2, when you're in the hospital thinking, man, I should have done that.
And what's the best way that people could get in touch with you?
Absolutely. Cell phone,
Okay,
2026 America, 602-303-6528.
excellent. And you've recently helped a whole lot of people who are working for the same company or business, business owners. How can you tap into what they already have going to really help them and their employees?
For business owners, it's super neat because one, it has nothing to do with their payroll. The business does not have to be involved at all.
Mm.
You don't have to set up any insurance through your payroll, do any deductions, you know, adding, deleting as you're hiring and firing. It puts nothing on you. It's 100% on us, and it's human to human. So if I come into your company and you've got 50 people, all I'm asking you to do is let me just talk to your people. You don't have any investment in it, no cost, no fees, no time, no paperwork. And for that employee as well, when they leave or if they leave, it just follows them. They
Hmm.
also don't have to re-update, do paperwork, any of that. So it's great for business owners to offer it as an additional income or, you know, policy to help their people. I've had business owners that kind of use it also like as a I don't want to use the word reward, but you've been there 90 days. We're going to offer you something. And all that is a conversation with me. It shows the employees that the owners care about them. If the business owners don't offer health insurance because they're not big enough, perfect. Again, I can do it for one person or I can do it for 20 people. So that's a big one for the business owners. In regards to any of the other folks out there, so say for example, somebody has Aflac, whether it's a business or just you as a person, you don't have to cancel Aflac. You can keep Aflac. You can have us. You can have two of ours, three of theirs, whatever you want. You can file claims on all of them. However, when you go through the coverages based off what your need is, compared to any other program out there, we pay 3 to 10 times more. We typically cost half or less.
Wow.
And again, getting your money back, nobody else will do that for you. A lot of the times when I start these conversations, I say I'm the most anti-insurance guy in the insurance world. I am not a fan of insurance overall. I don't believe in a lot of it. I believe in this product, this company. The catch is there really is no catch. If we get down to what is insurance, insurance is billionaires on Wall Street borrowing money from millions of people and investing it in their own investments, making their billions and walking away. That's auto insurance, that's homeowners, it's risk versus reward. With our company, we still have investors. Those people are out there. However, our owners are very ethical, Christian based people who believe in helping and caring. So, sure, they're making their billions, the Wall Street people. However, I'm guessing they make enough that they understand we can give some back and we can still help out. It's what makes us different. For example, that duck spent, I believe, is $1.8 billion on advertising last year alone. That's what we gave back. We don't put your money into advertising. So the too good to be true, the catch, it's not, it's just a portion of what they make coming back to people because the people that created this company truly do care.
If you do have to file a claim, how long does it take to get paid out on the claim?
Understood. So that can vary based off of a few things. So the way that would work is if you're set up with me, I send you my contact for your phone. It has customer service claims, all of that. So basically, whether you're sitting in the hospital bed still going through it or you get home, there's a link. You click on the link, you upload your hospital paperwork. It's literally takes a couple of minutes. Typically within 2 business days, you will get confirmation of, hey, we've got it, we're processing it.
Hmm. Okay.
If it's you went to the ER, you broke your toe, you were in the ER for 6 hours, that's simple, easy. It's the 400 for the ER, 1600 if you had a surgery. These are not all exact numbers and based
Yeah.
off what you cover with, but super easy. It's these four things. Here's your payment. You'll see it in less than a week. However, if this is like my mom, a multi-month situation that goes on, it's still as simple as just uploading the paperwork that's in a hospital portal. But from there, they kind of go line by line and say, okay, so ER 400, that payment's made quick and easy.
Mm.
Surgery, next line, that payment's made easy. Time frame is hard to tie down, but typically what I tell people is you will know within 2 business days. Within a week, you should see the money start to come through. But again, based off of what you got going on, it might take longer.
Mm-hmm.
Other claims, say for example, if you have cancer and you're going through that, you can submit partial claims every week, every two
Oh,
weeks.
wow.
You can wait a year. That's another thing. There's no limits with us. You can file your claim 22 years later if you want. As long as you
Wow.
were treated, there's no time frame on when you file your claims. But it's kind of just as you go along, send more paperwork and we'll pay out more just to keep you going.
Amazing. That's really fast. I wasn't
It's
expecting you to say that.
before you get the bills from the hospital. I mean, other than the one they hand
Great.
you when you're walking out the
I
front
know.
door saying, don't forget, you owe us $84,000.
Well, thanks for sharing all that, Travis. And I can't wait to get this to to all the people who need to know about it, whether they choose to call you or not now or in a month or in a year. You're going to help a lot of people with this. So thank you for being here.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me. I do appreciate it. And I'll tell that to anybody. I'm not high pressure. I'm not going to push you. If you have questions or you have thoughts, give me a call. You know how to find me. I'm in the groups.
Yes,
Ashley's here. She can track me down, but
yes.
I'm a resource to help educate. If you take it, great. If you don't call me when it's too late, please. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
But I'm not going anywhere. I'll be around and in these groups as long as you'll have me.
Awesome. Thank you, Travis.
Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate you.